amazing.
Thank you. So when I was in high school, I applied to about half a dozen universities in California. So when I got a letter from UC Berkeley saying I'd been accepted, I was pretty excited. And then a couple weeks later, I got a letter from Stanford, and it said, "We don't really have room for you yet, but if you want to reserve a spot on the waiting list, return this postcard." And I thought about it. And I thought, I probably can't afford Stanford, and I don't really want to be rejected. So Stanford, I reject you. Took this postcard, threw it away. A month later, I get another letter from Stanford, and it says, "Mike, you failed to reserve your spot in the waiting line, but we wanted to let you know that you didn't make the cut." I was so annoyed. "Stanford, you can't do that. It was you, not me." Whatever. I went to Berkeley. It was not fancy, but it was fine. Senior year, my girlfriend comes over after class one day, and she says, "Mike, guess what? Family Feud is here on campus. They're holding auditions for College Week. We should go audition." I don't know if you've seen Family Feud. It is a game show where they survey the average Americans and they ask questions like, name a food you have a lot of in your refrigerator. And the answer will be something like mayonnaise. It is not Jeopardy, it rewards the average. But this is College Week, and so Berkeley's natural enemy is Stanford, and I have not done a great job of wreaking my revenge on Stanford in the 4 years since I've been rejected, so this is kind of it. Can I be more average than a Stanford student? I think so. Game on, tree. So how do you prepare for a Family Feud audition? You could eat more mayonnaise, maybe, I don't know, but my technique was a misspent youth. I had watched so much TV as a kid, tons of Family Feud. I knew the theme song, I knew how to root on my fellow contestants, I knew when to kiss or not kiss the host. So I go to the audition, and they're playing a mock game, and I muster all of my fake enthusiasm, and I clap and say, good answer, each time fellow contestants give an answer. And at the end of the mock game, they have a question and answer session with the producers. And I bust out my best bit of prepared banter. I said, it used to be on the credits of Family Feud. At the end, they would say, this has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. But now they only say, a Mark Goodson production? Whatever happened to Bill Todman? I was very proud of myself. And the producer paused and said, Bill Todman died of a heart attack. And I wiped the smug off of my face, and I just hoped that my enthusiasm would carry the day, and it did. I was picked, and a couple weeks later, they flew me and my fellow Berkeley family down to LA to film a week's worth of episodes. Day one, game one, UC Berkeley versus Stanford. This was it. This is my big chance. So the first couple of questions, Berkeley runs away with easily. We've got a lead. Question number 3, it is my turn at the podium. Step up there, me versus a Stanford student, mano a mano. Get ready, my hand's on the buzzer. The question is, name a place filled with young people. Wham! I hit the buzzer. A school? Great answer for College Week. Number 1 answer. We win that. We win the question. We are up 266-0. We only need 300 points. It is going so well. We cannot lose. We lose the next question, and the question after that is name something that you brush off of your clothing, and Stanford gives the final answer with food, and they win that question and the game for being messy eaters. I cannot beat them. I cannot beat Stanford. But we get one more chance to go against USC. I'm like, all right, it's still public school versus private school. Let's do this. This is redemption. So the first couple questions, it is back even. Then question number 3, it is my turn up at the podium. And I go up, and it is me versus a USC student, mano a mano, me versus Zoolander. And my hand is right above the buzzer. And the question is, name a place you get kicked out of. Wham! School. Which is apparently the only word I can say when under pressure, but good enough. It carries the day, but no one on my team comes up with any more right answers pretty much the rest of the week. We lose that game. We lose all our games. We are in last place in the tournament. We have won nothing at all. None of this has gone the way I expected. Did not even get the consolation prizes I expected. I wanted turtle wax. I wanted rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. I wanted the home version of the game. None of that. I got hairspray. I got an off-brand version of Lifesavers, because those are too fancy, I guess, and something called spray starch, which I guess is for ironing? I'm not sure. So it's been like 35 years now, and I still have not exacted my revenge on Stanford for rejecting me, but I hold a grudge pretty good, and Stanford, you are on my wait list.
One more time for Mike, our first storyteller.